Hi, my name is Solache and I am a student at the University of Houston downtown. This is my third formal observation and the title of my lesson is Mr. Plus Sign. This lesson is for a pre-K class and the objective is the students will be able to solve addition problems and count to get the answer. The goal is to solve the addition problems to get the total or the sum of between 2 and 10. And it is important to tell the students that they would have to know how to count between 1 and 20 because as it's a pre-K class, it doesn't sum up to more as we're barely teaching them. And the reason is that, it's a cultural thing too. Math is the same in every country, in every language, in every culture. Maybe they have different ways of teaching it or different ways to add, but at the end of the day, they will always get the same answer. And this lesson also, it's important to tell the students that with this, they can also relate it to history, as in, politics, the census, all that deals with math, or they can have, addition in there. And so that is how I can relate this lesson to a history lesson too, or include history in this lesson. I will begin the lesson after lunch when the students come back from taking their restroom break and they have all been seated at the carpet. I will begin by maybe playing with them a little bit, to get them focused on what we're gonna do today. And I will put a pen, a pencil, a pen, a marker, or anything that I have in my hand, like this right here, and I will put it on my head, and I will tell them how long would it take for the pencil to drop off my head if I start moving, and the students will count 1 through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until the pen drops, and that will get their attention in counting and stuff like that. Then I was going to tell them that, introduce to them the word, the plus sign. And how do you make a plus sign? Like this. And I would show them. And I would, put it on the board. And I would go like this and show them that this is a plus sign, which kind of looks like a T, a lowercase t. And I would tell them that it means, that they sum up, that it keeps growing. It's a thing where, you have a certain amount and you get more. And so you get a total of how much, whatever it is, candy, shoes, clothes, toys, things that they like. I would tell them what that is. They can use the word sum, what is the sum of 3 and 3, or 3 plus 3, that is you're adding, and you can use those words. Usually in my classroom, I would show this lesson in Spanish, and so it's a little different as I'm doing it in English today. Well, anyways, after that, I will pass out the kids' tablets and their crayons. They would all go and get the crayons and come back to their seats. Or I would already have that there ready for them to grab easily. And I would tell them a little story about Mr. Plus Sign. And I would tell them and draw on the board that I have right here, right? And I would tell them there was a man named Mr. Plus Sign, and I will draw him right here, and he has his legs, and I'll draw a big hand. He decided to go to the park, and as he was walking into the park and everything, he stepped on an ant pile, and so they started to crawl on him all over here, as this is the ant pile that he stepped on, right? And so you see all the ants right there, and so they all came right here, and so they started to bite him right there. And so I would tell them I will tell them how many do they have right here. So how many ants did crawl into his hand? 1, 2, 3. And we will put the number right here. After that, I will go, and on this hand, how many ants bit him? 1, 2. So then they will put 3 plus 2. And in order for me to teach them how to do it, I will also come up and be like 3 plus 2. So they could do it with their hands, with their fingers, and they will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so they will put, say, 5. And then I will erase these, right, with this. And I will say, so now we're all going to do this as a class. So how many ants bit Mr. Plus Sign? So there will be, they'll have 4 and 3, and they'll put the number 4 right here and number 3, and they could put the answer right there. They will all have to draw the Mr. Plus Sign on their tablets, and we will count as a class. We will count 4 plus 3, so they will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that is what we will be doing as a class. After that, I will tell them, no one can solve this one because this is the most hardest problem that no one can solve. And I would draw again. I will erase it and have Mr. Plus Sign here with him stepping on the ant pile. And I would also delete the number 7. And I will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will count as a class. Once we counted how many they have right here, 5 and 4. We will count again as a class. As a class, we will count 5 plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they will get 9. After that, after we have done a few of those problems, I will allow them to go to their groups, calling them by their shapes. They are named by shapes. They have a group, and they will be going to their tables when I call out their group, their shape group. And once they're all there, I will tell them that I have set a bag of little eggs on their table that kind of look like this. They're all broken into pieces like this, and I will show them that they need to. They will sit down on their table and do not open the bag until I tell them to, until I demonstrate them exactly what they have to do. So I will come out, and they will have their things on their table, all of them on their table, not just a few. It will be some right there. And I will tell them they're going to pick out one of the top hits that they have right here, right? The bigger part, actually, the bigger part is right here. And so as you can see, it says 4 plus 3 and 1 plus 4. So they will need to all grab one of these, and they're going to be left with these at the bottom parts on their desk. So they have to add these together, as I have showed them already. You know, if this one says 4 plus 3, they're going to do 4 plus 3, and they're going to count, and then they're going to have to look for their bottom part. And I will show them that they have to connect them, and they will have a complete egg. 4 plus 3 equals 7. They will all have to do that. They will grab one, and they will look for their bottom part, the smaller part. and they will be able to connect them once. And I will be going around checking their work to make sure that they have actually comprehend and learn what they have to do, not just, you know, connecting the egg to their bottom part or anything like that. It's a smaller part. Actually, to actually know that, you know, 3 plus 1 gave them 4. And how did they get that answer? They will need to show that to me once they have connected their egg to the, have made a whole egg by themselves. So they will all have like this. Once all the students are done, and they will all come up. They will all come up one by one and come up to the front of the classroom and explain to me how they got 4 plus 3. So they will come up and show me exactly how I showed them, which will be 4 plus 3. And they will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that is how I will assess them, to making sure that they know how they got it. And if not, then I will tell them to go back and practice on another one that their partner has, or their group, or their teammates, or their classmates, to, you know, to show them how to do it. They can ask for help. They can always come ask me, or anything like that. So yeah, that is my lesson for today. I hope it's helpful, and that I believe that is all. And thank you.